Hi, Craig.
Rob, how great to be here with you.
It's always a pleasure to have you on part of Composer's Voice. You have seen the very many iterations of Composer's Voice. In fact, I think I can honestly say you have seen them all.
Very possibly, though, there might have been some of those, in intervening years that escaped my attention. But no, you've done great. Composer's Voice is, a wonderful opportunity for the newly creative, and I love it.
Well, thank you so much. Back in the day, we did Composer's Voice was a chamber concert series mostly, and we used to feature a single composer or a group, and then have comparing and contrasting musicians. And it was in 2002. I think it was in 2002 we did a collaboration with the Birmingham Art Music Alliance.
Exactly, and we got some reviews for that too.
We did.
Back in the day when people were reviewing music in the newspapers, that barely exists, outside of New York.
But it was a good. We did a trade concert. We did one concert in Birmingham and
Right.
came down for it. It was my first time in Alabama, and we did a concert here in New York.
Yeah, I think I played a piece for cello and piano by you.
Yes. Student works I wrote in Israel for cello and piano.
Right.
It was a sad piece. I write some sad pieces. What can I say?
Yep. Well, that's important. Sad pieces, happy pieces, mysterious music, music that defines what music is. That's what I love to present, and you've fostered my activities marvelously. Thank you.
Well, yeah, so over the years, and so we've done several other projects like 15 Minutes of Fame.
Yeah, I've done a couple of those. 2013, and that was Occupied Cello.
Right.
We are such stuff as dreams are made on. Rounded with a little sleep. Such stuff are sleep are made, we are dreamed, with little made such as unrounded dream stuff with sleep. Made little stuff as dreams rounded are little, we sleep as rounded as dream stuff asleep unrounded made dreams with such as we sleep. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. Rounded with a little.
And and then another one. What was it? 2021, 22? I think it was 22.
22.
And that was on a theme of pataphysics, and that was another good thematic collection of 1 minute miniatures. Yeah.
Hi, My name is Jasmine. I wrote the piece you're about to hear. When I heard the theme of this concert was going to be solutions to problems that don't exist, I immediately thought infomercials. So I set to work diligently watching many, many infomercials, looking for the most absurd texts to put into this piece. I have recently been really interested in incorporating mundane texts into new music, so this project felt right up my alley. So yeah, I really enjoyed writing this. I hope you enjoy listening.
Oh no! Somebody ate all the edges again. Tired of serving the same donuts they've had before? A fool when your cakes aren't cool? You stuff, pile, and pack, but ordinary taco shells split, crumble, and crack. Love burritos, but hate the mess. Forget about it. Stop pancake bombs forever. No forks, no plates, no hassles.
Fabulous. And many, many, many composers. So you are a new music aficionado. You've done a lot.
Yeah, you know, every now and then when I can't sleep at night, I sit and try to count the number of pieces that have been written for me. And usually by the end that puts me to sleep, because I think at this point in time I've had more than 300 solo compositions written for me. And that doesn't even count the ensemble works. And so I've been big and active, and you know, that's what I believe in, being active. And you know, you alluded to it a little bit earlier about wanting to work. And you know, in my belief system, you know, I believe we are here to do things, and what I do is present new music.
And what's some of the new music projects that you've done?
Oh, wow. Well, like yourself, I've also been involved with production. I've been president of the Birmingham Art Music Alliance several times. Most recently, I've stepped down as chair of the Iowa Composers Forum. However, I remain their secretary and active. Right now, I am president of the Oneota Valley Community Orchestra. And that's a regional orchestra in my hometown of Decorah, Iowa. I stepped down as president in April of that organization, and my last hurrah for producing, I think, will be founding a string quartet. And we call that Quartet Winneshiek, which is the county that Decorah, Iowa is in. Then eventually our goal is to create a chamber music festival in Decorah that has an educational component for student ensembles and feature the Quartet Winneshiek as the primary group, the core group, yeah.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah, down in Birmingham, we had a very active free improvisation scene. And you know, the idea of playing without music was a great revelation to me when I was about 38 years old, and it really fueled my entrance into new music. If I hadn't started doing some of the improv gigs there, we probably would have never met. And indeed, I use a lot of that freestyle downtown improvisation stuff. And I've worked with a lot of composers to try to get them to notate and write and incorporate all these extended techniques, so to speak, on the instrument into their writing vocabulary. And I've been a little successful with that. I have a site online through my ensemble in Memphis called Luna Nova, and it's a site on contemporary cello techniques where I discuss them. There's text, I play them, and I think that has been viewed over 10,000 times. So it's an important ingredient for me. And I'll play a piece called Driftless Images by Daniel Swilley, who teaches at the University of Northern Iowa. And the piece is 4 separate movements, and it takes its images of where I live. And he talks about the waterways and the clouds and the fields of corn. Wow. Well, we've covered many things here. My gosh, histories, our relationships, the music.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Nice to be here, Rob.